Hello, I'm Giovanna Zoccal, the author of a recently published article at the Brazilian journal, Revista Brasileira de Política Internacional. For almost 10 years, the focus of my work has been on international cooperation for development, and within this debate on South-South and triangular cooperation. And between October 2018 and December 2019, I had a fellowship of the Alexander von Humboldt Foundation, and this allowed me to do a research stay at the German Federal Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development. And during this time, I advanced on a series of analyses on triangular cooperation, and this article is one of the results of this research. I see triangular cooperation fostering partnerships in times when the multilateral system is at risk, and this is the argument I advance throughout this article, based on the debate around responsibility and also on the concepts of a specific and diffused reciprocity by Robert Keohane. Multilateral relations are characterized by diffused reciprocity. This is to say that the equivalence of the exchanges between the partners is less precise and requires actors to agree on generally accepted standards of behavior. In 2015, the UN General Assembly approved the 2030 Agenda and outlined the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs. And this agenda is considered a high point of multilateralist approaches. This was in 2015, and since then we all witnessed the beginning of turbulent times with the rise of nationalist movements and populist governments. I argue that the current context of increased polarity and fragmentation in world politics deteriorates the diffused reciprocity sustaining multilateralism. The set of rules of the multilateral system of international development cooperation was primarily established during the 60s, following the definition of official development assistance. So, the diffused reciprocity of the multilateral system of international development cooperation was based on the recognition of structural asymmetries and consequentially on the notion that developed countries had a moral responsibility to offer aid and developing countries had the right to receive it. The questioning of this set of practices is not new, but it gained strength mainly after the turn to the 21st century, as the multipolarity in the world order increased significantly. This context led to transformations in the framework of the system. The number and the nature of the actors involved in this system increased. The different arrangements established among them also diversified, and this includes triangular cooperation. There is no commonly agreed definition for triangular cooperation. It is mostly a modality bridging North and South and South-South cooperation when you have the involvement of 3 or more partners. It became broader and more flexible, not only increasing the number of projects and stakeholders involved, but also incorporating different processes and approaches and even evolving to larger partnership strategies, as the Brazilian case advancing partnerships for global development. And that's one of the examples I bring in the article. In the context of ultranationalism movements that I mentioned, there is a rejection of both the notion of responsibility and the notion of asymmetries among the different countries. Within this, triangular cooperation creates significant space for policy dialogue. In this case, reciprocity is specific. Partners collaborate based on exchanges of equivalent importance and in a fairly defined time frame. The modality fosters cooperation not only between North and South countries, but also among other non-governmental actors, as well as among different multilateral organizations. To read the details of this analysis and to go deeper in this debate, I invite you all to read the article Sharing Responsibilities, Jeopardised Multilateralism and the Growing Centrality of Triangular Cooperation. It is one of the articles of the special issue I edited together with Paulo Esteves, It is the volume 63, number 2, and it is open access, so check it out.